أنت ومعنتان وتسوي إمبرن قلبي ليلة أويو أنكو تامي إمبرن فرحة بندري ميا فرحة زائد ودرن حفلة سقيني حفلة قالي وهفن وحل جبونا يا جوي قالي وعن قلد به ينبا من تبوح ذا أوسوغن ما إليس بما إفتين بميس قلبي غيشيدن هكذا لنو دبال دك دبشي دو دربان أوتم.
بسم الله. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, Mr. Omar, representative and officers from the Refugee Strong, Madam Sarah, Madam Elizabeth, Madam Anne, government officials from the Ministry of Education, the DEO present, security officers, OCS present, the deputy OCS present, the area chief of Bulanyanya, area chief of Darfur, religious leaders present, school directors present, youth chairman present, different principals from different schools present, teachers from different schools, parents, students, good morning. Good morning. Allow me to take this golden opportunity to welcome you to this joyous occasion, the grand opening of our library, new library. Before anything else, I would like us to open our ceremony with a word of prayer from one of our students by the name Anfa Abdurrahman Gurhan.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ولقد خلقنا الإنسان ونعلم ما توسوس به نفسه ونحن أقرب إليه من حبل الوريد إذ يتلقى المتلقيان عن اليمين وعن الشمال قعيد ما يلفظ من قول إلا لديه رقيب عتيد وجاءت سكرة الموت بالحق ذلك ما كنت منه تحيد.
All of you today we gather here not only to celebrate the unveiling of this incredible resource but also to express our heartfelt gratitude to everyone who has made this vision a reality. Indeed, library is a cornerstone to education and a remedy to many learning processes that were being experienced, especially the refugee camps. We therefore take a moment to thank the dedicated individuals for their hard work, generosity, and support. Our esteemed donors, volunteers, tireless architects, you owe us many thanks. May God reward you. هذا كذب الصومالي وحير أن كوفا سريعة هوين يرقبة مرت شرف يدمان كوا جعل قونتا صباح ونكسن سلام السلام خليكم سلام السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته وحشرفي وفرحات وين نوع مانتا إن نديو سو دوينا دمانتين مناسبة فرحات له أو لغو تلاقي فريتانكا مكتبة مسيسي لو يقانا مالها بوقت لغو أخستو وحيالا فرق بدنا علم لغا هلو waxaana ka soo qayb galay munaasabadan maanta aad u weyn marti isku jirto madax ka socoto hay'adda noo dhistay maktabadan oo loo yaqaano Refugee Strong oo saldhigeeda Mareykan ku leedahay nimankii u weynaayeen kuwa qayb ka mid ah Mr. Omar iyo istiim ay ka socdaan intay fadhaan waxa kale oo nala jooga wasaaradda marti ka socoto wasaaradda waxbarashada culumaa u diinka magaalada harada dhagxly chairmanka iyo chairladiga madaxda booliska OCS deputy OCS chief Bulanyanya iyo chief ka socda Darfur maamulayaasha iskuulada harooyinka dhadhaab waalidiin arday dhammaantiin kusoo dhawaada munaasabadan aad iyo aad maanta u weyn oona farxad leh muhiimadda ugu weyn maanta aan meeshan iskugu maanaxaway inaan xiriir ka jarno library cusub oo laga dhisay dhagxly bulshada weyn dhagxly isku leh library-gan waxaana dhistay hay'addan Refugee Strong loo yaqaano mid kale oo library waxay ka dhiseen harada ifo iskuulka loo yiraahdo Ihya culum Ihya marka waad ogtiin baahida loo qabay culunta base dadka waalidiinta dhulkan degan maadaama ay iska yihiin dad qaxooti oo dhaqaale wax ay haysan wax taageero ay haysan aad ay u dhaqeen dhanka waxbarashada maadiga intaas kadib now I would like to welcome our director Mr. Ado to make a welcoming note.
الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. إله ما تسكر سبحانه وتعالى إنه قدري مناسبة المانتا إن نستغنو وحنا دوق ما تعلنينا ما بدن ضدك كسو قيب قلي مناسبة ونسو أجيبي سيدي مسؤولين تدقان كاتشفافكا iyo OCS-ka harada iyo hay'adda Refugee Strong oo qaarkood ay Nairobi xalay safar dheer ka soo galeen xaladhan ay soo yaasayeen oo waqti dheer ay ku soo bixiyeen inay munaasabadan ka soo qayb galaan waxa kale oo asna mataqaanay mahad mudan oo qabanqaabada qayb badan ka soo galay chairmanka iskuulaadka gaarka loo leeyahay culimada diinka magaalada dhagxly iyo waalidiinta aad baan idin salaamaya assalaamu calaykum waraxmatullaahi wabarakaatu maanta farxad badan baa inoo tahay annaga caruurteennii iyo magaalada iyo xarada dhammaan mataqaanaa dhagxly saa ogtihiin iskuulaadkan iskuulkan haddaan dhex joogno waa IBNU ABASS High School waxaa la aasaasay 2018 wuxuu leeyahay primary iyo junior waxaa la aasaasay 2010 waxaa malaynaa iskuulkan primary-ga iskuulka ugu horreeyay dhagxly hal iskuul baa naga horreeyay iskuulkii labaad ayuu ahaa dhagxly laga asaaso ardayda ugu horreeyay KCPE waxay sameeyeen 2017 ilaa iyo hadda 204 sanad walba way sameynayaan dafcooyin badan ayaa ka baxay arday badan hadda ka mid ah oo iskuullada ka baxay oo hadda ayaga macalinka ah oo mataqaanaa qaar maamulka ayaan جزاكم الله خيرا إله سبحانه وتعالى إنه قرتي إن ما أنت ابن عباس كسر وينو حلفدا ريفيجي هي أدى ريفيجي سترونج رنتي وحفر بدن وقامت أرضي دقوتيها ريفيجي سترونج وحيكون شغالة علونتا عرورتا ضد كدا يركا سيد أصل صار لهاد وحبر الشضوضة يا قونتوضة بيكون شغالة هاي burna ma bixiso biyana shaqo kuma laha caafimaadna shaqo kuma laha waa hay'adda keli isku qaantay in ay wax fara badan ka qabato dadkan mataqaanaa shariifkana la jooga asna iyo mas'uuliyiin badan oo ka imaatay ifo kharalaasi ayagana oo iskuulaadka ka mid ah iyo dhammaan iskuulaadka dhagxly ku yaalo marti sharafta joogto intaas kadib ilaahay subxaanahu wa tacaala mahad iskale waxaan rabaa waalidiintana kelimadan inaan ayagana uga faa'iidiyo waalidku adiga ilaahay subxaanahu wa tacaala mas'uul ka dhigay caruurtan adaa dhalay maalmahan iskuulaadka tabar badan loo leeyahay caruurtii waxoogaa wada shaqaynta xafiisyada iyo ardayda iyo waalidiintana aad buu u hooseeyaa maanta haddii aad meesha noogu imaateen waxaan aad u codsanayaa wada shaqayntiina inay badato inay caruurtiina ka warhaysaan caruurta waalidka way keenaan iskuulkay keenaan laakiin ka war ma warhayaan markii loo diro intooda ban lacagta way bixiyaan laakiin waxa ku adag inuu iskuulka soo booqdo inuu cunugiisa arko macalinkiisa inuu mataqaanay la socdo waalidka aad bay ugu adag tahay waalidka waxaanu sheegayaa hantida aad haysato oo ilaahay subxaanahu wa tacaala bixiyey waa caruurta waa nimco ilaah kala bixiyo oo lacag iyo mataqaanaa darajo iyo wax walba aanan lagu helin marka hadduu ilaahay subxaanahu wa tacaala aad ka mid tahay dadku ilaahay ku manaystay awlaad inuu ilaahay subxaanahu wa tacaala siiyo caruurtaada gacanta ku hay ka warhay macallimiinta la soco iskuulka gacan sii si caruurta dhow ay iskugu filaadaan ayaga insha Allah waxaa inoo jooga program fara badan baa mataqaanaa inoo yaala waxaan codsanayaa waalidiinta markii ardayda inta soo istaagto inay ku daraan ma sha Allah ardayga hadii uu mataqaanaa lagu qanco wixii mataqaanaa uu mataqaanaa soo gudbiyo aan dhahno hal mar ma sha Allah insha Allah intaasna carruurta bal insha Allah ayagana aan mataqaanaa ku caawino iyo anagoo dhanba carruurta anaga dhalay waalid badan baa wuxuu diiday carruurtiisa inay wax bandhigaan wax kalena ma aha isha binaadinka aad iskaga adag marka ma sha Allah intaasna aan dhahno insha Allah hadii la yiraahdo waxaan ugu badan programka waxaan codsanayaa dadka programada mataqaanaa insha Allah inay sii socdaan oo sii daadeeyaan markay hawsha inoo dhamaato insha Allah waxaan furi doonaa waxa xariga laga jar doonaa insha Allah library-ga dhamaan library-ga aan tagi doonaa xogaa yar waxba naga yar go'aan buugtii ma dhameystirno laakiin insha Allah hay'adda way ballan qaadeen ay soo dhameystirayso bal qaabkii loo dhisay iyo xaaladii wixii lagu tala galay buugta taalo library-ga banaanka looma qaadanayo arday looma qaybinayo laakiin waxay leeyihiin kuraas lagu fariiso misas bay leeyihiin halkaas bay imaanayaan halkaas uu cunugi kaga dhargaya meeshuna buugtii wixii kaga tagaya si ardayga imaado asna mataqaanaa uu qaato marka jazaakumullahu khayran aad baan idin salaamay assalaamu alaykum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh martidana aad baan u salaamay insha Allah.
Officials from different sectors of government institution, the management of IBN Abass High School, the principal, deputy principal, teachers, representatives of parents. Good morning. It is my pleasure to stand in front of you, filled with immense gratitude and appreciations for the executive officer of Refugee Strong, who enabled for us to have this library in this camp. I'm truly honored and humbled to extend my thanks to the whole team, including the leaders of the private school and also the personnel that work under Refugee Strong to support this project of constructing this library here at IBN Abass High School. This library is the solution of the whole challenge that the learners in the dhagxly camp used to have. Actually, lack of reading and learning materials contribute to the failure of the most students in the DAB. Apart from the NGO schools in the camp, the rest of the schools are not equipped with enough materials that can enable the student to access for their learning progress. Now, it is obvious that the need has been covered, and I hope that the students from all different schools will benefit from it. Lastly, to each and everyone who is here today, and to those who could not make to attend, are sharing their gratitude to Refugee Strong and also its officials who are also here in this occasion. Thank you. Your support is remarkable to us. Thank you all.
لما وحن سلامة يا مرتدى دولة كسعودة قلها وحبرشة كسعودة مرتي شرفت والدينتا تقيد وحجرت كماشة سكول ماتي السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. سلام كبعدي وحفر حذوين ما أنت النوع الدنيا معنا مدة لربان دقنا قحوتيجان ومركب كوباد واللي برير النلاص سمايو والله اللي برير كل حياة برشة واللي جفا إذا يستو بما أنت لفوريا ومركب كوباد أرنت آد بنوفر حسنا وفرحت وين الناس وكرناي وآدو قيمة بدن شرفنا بدن وحنسول وين إن برنامج كآد بنوسول وين إنه وأنا متفرحان لو أقوم تكرر قاضية أرضيدا وحكو برتها حريها لفرق بدن بيقبان ولبدن بي معناه لا أجره أنا ما دام هاي سكور شامان وحنوجه أرضيدا إلا كلا جيدنا أرضيدا إلا كلا جيدنا والدك معلمينتا وحجرتك لما وحي ربان إنه وحبرتان مستقبل ياشان لكن دورك وحا أفرديا بلايا كلا أفرديا أو ربا إنه لوميان هالليان ماشي هبس معناها يكسن أيان مال كبدلا أوضا وحان رباه إلا دريمو أرضيدا دادك دالي والدين تا وحان كعوسان أياه المهولا مركي وحبرشادودا إنay ku dadaalaan weena ku dadaalayaan intan ardaydu maaha magaalada inta badnay waxbarasho gacan kuma hayso amnigu wuxuu ku jiraa waxbarashada amnigu waa waxbarasho haddii waxbarasho la waayo amni ma jiro laakiin qofku markuu waxbarto amnigi buu garan noloshu garan waxbarashadii wax badan bay ka caawinaysaa wanaag badan bay kugu caawinaysaa iyo ku diraysaa marka warkayga waa soo koobay insha Allah taala anu waxaan leeyahay ardayda هكود دالان أمنيجو وحبرشوا السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
Guest of honor, officials from the education sector, other leaders, parents, and the students. Good morning. It is a bless. It is a bless we gathered here. It is a bless we gathered here at this occasion that is meant to the official opening of the dhagxly library that was donated by Refugee Strong. It is remarkable to say that Refugee Strong did not only support the project of constructing this library here, but also once shown their generosity by distributing to the schools with a few learning materials to the learners. As the school head girl, as one of the beneficiaries of this library, I stand before you with immense gratitude and joy to express our heartfelt thanks to the donors and the leaders who stood for this initiative of having a library in the private schools. In the library is now a century of knowledge, and this I purely tell to the students that our power and the knowledge lies in this library. It is a place where our dreams and curiosity can grow many things. Actually, this library is equipped with all the course books that we learn in Kenyan curriculum besides the other educational books. We are informed that the event is for mostly the students who are the beneficiaries, and on behalf of them, I extend our deepest thanks to Refugee. Together we are one, together we are strong. Thank you.
الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. مركب كوبات وحنوم هذين يا هيئة Refugee Strong أو نو كانتي maktabad daas waa shaqo naga rabay inaan anagu qabsano ubadkeena aan wax barano maktabad aan u sameeyno horumarkooda aan ka shaqeeyno wixii anaga aan ka gaabinay ayay noo qabteen marka way ku mahadsan yihiin ummad ma horumarto meel lama gaarto waxay wax ku gaartaa cilmiga waxaa loo baahan yahay marka in ubadka aan lagu qiimeynin markuu wax barto muxuu hadhow ku heli doonaa kaliya qofka shakhsiyadiisa dhisaysa marka aad cilmi bartid asaga isku filnaanayo bulshadiisu wax taraya ummadoo idin wax taraya wuxuu kaga badbaadayaa waxyaabo badan oo ninka aan wax baranin uu ku dhacayo ayuu kaga badbaadayaa marka waa inaan ku dadaalnaa in cilmiga aan ilmaheena mar walba barnaa baa shay aad u muhiim ah oo nagala doonaya talabaad waxaa loo baahan yahay shaqada qofka maanta waxaa lagu qiimeeyaa qofka markuu takharuj kaliya wuxuu qabanayo feeri waxaad arkaysaa maanta muxuu ku helayaa leeyahay qofkii marka waxaa laga yaabaa ardayga asagoo foonfo ilmaha meel ku soo mari waxaad leedahay waryaada war waxbarta kan kuwii hore soo dhameeyeen maxay ku qabsadeen bay ku leeyihiin meel ay taagan yihiin marka waa inaan taas aragtidaas wax ka bedelnaa cilmiga ku adduun iyo ku aakhiraba kii diinta iyo kii adduunkaba labadaba aan ku dadaalna ayaa nagula baahan yahay dhamaanteen biidin Ilaahi tacaala haddii uu leeyahay orod waxbarashada aan loo sheegin qiimada cilmiga iyo waxbarashada uu leeyahay wuxuu bari ka maalin uu ku hanan karo uu ku gaari karo wuxuu wax qaadani meel إن والد كأي نفسدين جوري جوجتان كيسة إن نفسدين بوقعاني وحو أركب مال حبس يوكلوا أصلا عريري كوا any chance وهلا مركب برشلونة إنه كجا بحصده وكجا بحصنيا تكله المها مورال كودا نيدودا هلا ليسو وحوما نقول يسد كم بعد هاي عاي عنو كمركو يري هاي نفتي سمونا أوغاني ولي وحو يهاي موسى أوغاني هذه مركب إنه دقة يهاي والد كسيرة معلن كانوا أحمق بعد وحن وقدروا عنو كي وحي لا شيء إنه يهاي وملاين الرب وقاضني شخصيتي إني قلبي وكجب عياو محل رأمركه والدك إني المهود قلبي ولسان يدو لسان معلمين تسيدو كله أرضي قد وحجرن وايو وصن محير هذا كل جسل مرلبادي.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, teachers, and dear students, I stand before you today with a heart full of gratitude and excitement as we celebrate the grand opening of our new library. This library stands as a beacon of knowledge, a sanctuary for learning, and a cornerstone of our academic community. It's a place where mind can wander, imagination can soar, and dream can take a flight. Today we not only unveil a physical space filled with the books, but also open the door for a world of boundless possibility and endless discoveries. I would like to extend my heartfelt to thank those who contribute to this creation, to the donors and supporters whose skilled hand to create this magnificent library for the innovating in future of education and igniting passion for learning within our community. As we embark on this new chapter with the opening of our library, I urge each and every student to treasure this space and treat it with utmost respect. The library isn't just a collection of books and resources, but a treasure trove of wisdom and knowledge waiting to be explored. Let us uphold the values of responsibility, integrity, and respect by taking care of the books, equipment, and facilities within the library. This library, let us remember that it's our collective duty to receive and protect this invaluable resource for current and future generation of students. To the student, I implore you to embrace the library as a place of learning, curiosity, and inspiration. Dive into the pages of the book. Explore the realms of knowledge and let your imagination run wild within the walls. Let the library be your sanctuary, your heaven of learning, and your gateway to a world of endless possibility. Thank you for each and every part of you for being a part of this momentous occasion. I'll let the journey of learning begin within this world of wisdom. And thank you in English is not enough, so I thank you in the both of language. سيداتي وسادتي الضيوف الأعزاء والمعلمون الفاضلون، أهلا وسهلا مرحبا بكم في هذا الحدث الجليل الذي هو فتح مكتبتنا التي في المستقبل سوف تنير الأجيال والأجيال القادمة بإذن الله تعالى. فلذلك دعنا نفتتح هذا الحدث الكبير بشكر الذين قاموا بابتكار هذا الحدث وابتكار مكتبتنا وجعل هذا الحلم حقيقة بعد الله، وقاموا ببناء مكتبتنا في مدرستنا المتواضعة، وقاموا باختيارنا من بين كل المدارس، وقاموا بمنحنا شيء أغلى من الذهب والألماس ألا وهو العلم. أقدم جزيل شكري هذا وامتناني لكم. أريد أن أقول شيئا مهما لإخوتي الطلاب، وهو أرجو منكم أن تحافظوا عليها كما تحافظون على حياتكم، وأن لا تحاولوا أن تخربوها واعتبروها بيتكم الثاني. وأريد أن أنصح لكم أن تستفيدوا منها قدر الإمكان، وأن تمنحوها قدرها، وأن تقطفوا ثمرات العلم للغد الجديد. وأرجو منكم أيضا أن تستفيدوا منها، فمن استفاد منها فهنيئا له، ومن أهملها فله الحسرة والندم الشديدين. فلذلك دعنا نضيء طريق العلم والمعرفة للغد المشرق الذي ينتظرنا، ليس لنا فقط بل للأجيال القادمة بإذن الله تعالى. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, respected teachers and fellow students, and our generous donors, good morning. It's a great honor and privilege to stand before you today as we celebrate the grand opening of our new library, a project that marks a significant milestone in our school's history. This library is not just a building filled with books. It's a beacon of knowledge, a sanctuary for learning, and testament to the power of education. It's a space where a student can explore new ideas, discover new worlds, and cultivate a lifelong love for reading and learning. We are immensely grateful to our donors, whose generosity and commitment to education have made this dream reality. To our teachers and staff, thank you for your unwavering dedication to nurturing our academic growth. Your guidance and encouragement inspire us to reach new heights, and this library will undoubtedly enhance our learning experience. To my fellow students, this library is a gift. It's a place where we can find inspiration, solace, and knowledge. Let us honor this gift by making the most of the opportunities so far. Whether we are conducting a research, enjoying a good book, or collaborating on projects, let us use this space to grow and achieve our full potential. As we officially open this library today, let us remember that it symbolizes the endless possibilities that education brings. It's a space where curiosity is nurtured, creativity is sparked, and dreams are born. Let us cherish and respect the space, and let it be a constant reminder of power of learning and importance of giving back to our community. Once again, on behalf of entire student body in Dhagxly Integrated Academy, IBNU ABASS High School, and the entire school in Dhagxly Refugee Camp, I extend my deepest gratitude to our donors for their incredible generosity. Your contribution have not only built a library, but have also built a foundation for future generations to thrive. Thank you all for being here today to share this momentous occasion. Let us embrace the opportunities that this library provides and commit ourselves to making the most of this wonderful new resource. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
Wageni wa heshima, walimu, wazazi na wanafunzi wenzangu, assalamu alaikum. Mbele yenu mwanafunzi kutoka shule binafsi Dhagxly Integrated Academy, pia kutoka darasa la 4. Jina langu ni Abshir. Niko tayari kuwakariria shairi lenye mada usafi ni jambo bora. Naeleza si kashifu wala sina masihara, sibokuwa nasifu na wachafu kuwakera. Faida ya unadhifu ya kuwa ni jambo bora, usafi ni jambo bora. Ha 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 ha, kiumbe uwe nadhifu, usafi ni jambo bora. Ha 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 ha, kiumbe uwe nadhifu. Uchafu si kitu jema, tena waleta madhara. Uchafu si kitu jema, tena waleta madhara. Kisha wadhuru uzima kwa mwili unasara. Kisha wadhuru uzima tena waleta madhara. Uchafu si kitu jema, tena waleta madhara. Uchafu unasumbua kwa harufu ya kuzira, mwili hufanya wachawa wakajenga kuwa imara. Mwili hufanya wachawa wakajenga kuwa imara. Mwili hufanya wachawa wakajenga kuwa imara. Tena ungo hubasua ukawa kama mkora. Usafi ni jambo bora. Ha ha ha, kiumbe uwe nadhifu, usafini jambo bora kiumbe uwe nadhifu ujavuni na olumba si moja kuwa ishara ujavuni na olumba si moja kuwa ishara ni wote ambao kuambo hadi mbaya kuwa sura ni wote ambao kuamba hadi mbaya kuwa sura hata ujavu wa nyumbani bia watia hasara hata ujavu wa nyumbani bia watia hasara usafini jambo bora kiumbe uwe nadhifu. Asante kwa kusikiliza mimi.
Distinguished guests, our dearest parents, the most honest and unforgettable teachers, my fellow learners, and the rest of the dignified participants who have gathered us at this special location with this good-looking venue. Good morning.
Good morning.
In front of you are grade 8 learners ready to present a poem entitled
A Library of Hope Built by Your Hands.
Set up, relax, and enjoy. Thank you. To donors kind, whose heart inspires.
We raise our voices, reaching higher.
With gratitude profound, we sing.
For you, the architect of our learning wing, a library of hope built by your hands.
In walls of books, our dreams take flight.
Thanks to your generosity, shining bright.
Each page a door, each word a key.
Unlocking walls for us to see. A library of hope built by your hands.
Your gift of knowledge is a beacon's glow.
In this sanctuary, minds will grow.
With every tale and whispered rhyme,
You have a woven magic, one page at a time. A library of hope built by your hands.
so here is our thanks, sincere and true.
To donors bold, we honor you.
For in this library and forevermore,
We will find our dreams, our hearts adore. A library of hope built by your hands. Thank you.
Guests and all protocol observed. In front of you are Abass girls, ready to present a poem entitled I Have a Dream.
It is over yonder, but there lies our bonder. It is there in a vast field. We will excavate from the shield. Our dream, our dream. I have a dream in a dream. It counts my heartthrobs. It will turn out my knobs. Our dream, our dream. Our dream and my dream. Your dream and your dream. Let's get the key to it. Let the light be lit. Our dream, our dream. Successful life, ending this strife, a bright future, and a beautiful later. Our dream, our dream. Liberty and freedom, shattering brainwashed model, building a better nation, that to be our notion. Our dream, our dream. Thank you.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. scholka salaaxu daaray mawliina siiba ma hadoo dhan iskale lama suumin cid kale misbixii aqoonta iyo mawjad aan dhammaanino u macaan sidii malabkii iskolkeenu weeye maamulkeena guushayo aan ku garnay martabad macallimiintii maskaxdayda iyo maanka noo dhiseen ducamooyi milgahooda ma wax uu qalmaa jira maanta yaala duunideena haddii aanan mooganen wixii aan dadaalka iyo aan ku garnay martabad wixii aan dadaalka iyo aan ku garnay martabad wixii aan ku garnay wixii aan dadaalka iyo martabadan aan ku garnayo isku guushiyo diyaaradba maanta miiska ii dultaal farxadayda maanta waa doorta aan dabaaldagayn igu caawiyaa dadweynow aan dabaaldagay dadkay waan rabaa dadkaygiiyo dadkaygoo ku nool nabad maanta waa madal laysku boqorayo bulshada intay mudnayd loo kala maqnaanine.
الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وأصحابه وسلم تسليما كثيرا كبيرا وبعد إلهي بمهد إسكاله كلان كان يوناغان يقرحضان نغسو قيب قليي نوسور قليي وحاكرو مهد إسكاله برشدي صوت يا دhisay maamulkii iyo ardaydii iyo macallimiintii iska kaashatay Ilaahay subhanahu wa ta'ala waxaan weydiisanaynaa wanaagan ay muujinayaan iyo meeshan waxa ka muuqdo inuu Ilaahay subhanahu wa ta'ala idib asaas uga dhigo inta kadib anigu waxaan ku daray lahaa hal qodob dadkii mas'uuliyiinta hore baa sheegay wixii muhiim ahaa waxaan ku daray lahaa saddex kelimo mid ku wajahan macallimiinta midna waalidka midna ardayda haddaan ka bilaabo macallimiinta waxaan arkaynaa maanta uu fadhiyaa maamulkii magaalada way fadhiyaan xerada haddii amni ahayd iyo haddii dhinacyaheeda kale ahayd waxaan arkaynaa magaaladeena maanta akhlaaqdeeda inay sii dhimanayso dhalinyarteennii ay dharaakiskii iyo waxyaalihii maandooriyaha ahaa xaafad kasta iyo lagu qaadanahayo meel kasta mar kasta ma aha inaan sugno dad kor nooga imaanahaya maamul sare aan sugna ma aha inaan anaga gacmaha isqabsanno oo wixii dhibaato nagu ah oo caruurtii iyo dadkii weynaaba dhibaato ku ay waxbarashadii inaan iska qabanno waa hawl muhiim noo ah maxaa yeelay dadka kor nooga imaanahaya khayrlaas iyo waxay nala soo gaaraan oo la soo gartaan waxa way ku maadsan yihiin laakiin annaga lafteena waxa loo baahan yahay inaan isgaranno oo aan isfiirsanin waxaan arkaynaa maanta ardadii waxa weeyo ilmihiiban ka wada waa qayb wax baranaysi qayb wax aan barayn waxa uu baranayo ama diini ha ahaado ama maadi ha ahaado waxa ka badan inta darbiyaha fadhida waxa weeyo waxba aan baraynin haddana waxaa nasiib darro ah ardadayni wax baranaysay inay waxa weeyo tacliintooda akhlaaq aysan lahayn tacliintooda inaysan akhlaaq lahayn oo ay la mid yihiin arday wixii darbiyaha fadhiyay ilmaha ciyaar suuqiinta ah ee joqoraaga banaanka fadhiyo iyo inay isku mid yihiin baa arkaynaa maanta sida qaalibka ah ardayda tacliinta baranaysay marka ardayda waxaan dhihi lahaa iyo macallimiinta iyo waalidiinta waxaan dhihi lahaa tacliinta aan ka dhigno tacliin akhlaaq leh tacliintooda as akhlaaq lahayn waxay tari ma laha waxaan moodaa in yaro kaftana haddaan ku daro akhlaaqda in laga rabo macaahid iyo madaarista dugsiyaasha cunug in wadaad ahaado in akhlaaq la yeesho in wadaad la noqdo in baari la noqdo in waxa weeye wixii diinta sheegaysa la iska rabo waxaan moodaa in laga rabo kaliya waxa weeyo inay dhigaan macallimiinta macaahidda iyo waalidiinta macaahidda iyo madaarista iyo quraanka iyo waxa weeye ardadeedii ma aha dad islaam aan nahay waxaa loo baahan yahay macallimiinta markaskan ibnu Abaas Allah barakeeyo waa dad aad u khayr badan dacwadana qaybtan diiniga aad ay nagala shaqeeyaan waxaan jeclaan lahaa waxa weeye inaan isla fahanno dacwadan iyo diintan iyo akhlaaqda waynoo taala xaqiiqatan waynoo taala ardayda ibnu Abaas waxaa la rabaa inay dacwadoodii iyo dareenkooda ay muujiyaan tacliintooda ay noqoto tacliin akhlaaq leh markaas ay nafci yeelan qofka haddii tacliintiisa akhlaaq ay lahayn wax uu tarimala maanta kuwa darbiyaha fadhiya la leeyahay waxay soo bogeen waxa weeye heer sare soo bogeen haddana darbiyaha fadhiyaan de marka hore akhlaaq lahayn tacliinta akhlaaqda leh meel ma dhacdo حقيقة وأجنة مامور كي ويوض فديان مدحدي إيو معلمين توض أجنة قف كستو ما أنت وحاول برشاح وترهايو وقف أخلاق وصبرته أما الدين صبرته أما ماذا صبرته مركب حديه لها تعليم تانا والدين تيو معلمين تيو نفط يدي نفتين تينو حديه لها تعليم تانا هالنقطة هدان براينا مادي ديني بقى تعليم أخلاق له تاسع برشاح وتركرنا والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.
مدنيال إي مروين دمان دتك قيمة إيقاية له أو كسو قيب قلي مناسبة شرفت له وحرق جريدة مكتبة أو نقول داخله هيئة Refugee Strong أنا مدعي لنا أيكنا حروا إن نخيحه قوي كسابسن تعلينته وعيسو نيمان وحغرين وفي نقوم واي ويرارتان مدى اللوفدين وريكر عداي warkiisiyo sirtiisu dhan buu uun ku wariyaaye sidayduu u wiiqmaa haddana sharaf ku waayaaye sidayday wadartiyo yasaan xididka waayeeliyo sidayduu waraabaha wahdami wax uga roonayne way ii wayay waa anigaan waxaan warac ahaa wagada liicaya oo aqoon la-aanta igu wacan inaan wadeecoobo hadduu waagu nabad ii baryaan la ii waldaamaynin eebbe waaxid weeye hadduu wad iga soo gaarin wowgii hingaadan ka baran beri wadaadkiiye wahsan maayo jeer aan akhriyo weyr la soo qoray wax bartaay wax garad baa adduun beri la weydiine
First, let me thank to my Almighty who has donated me this golden opportunity to stand in front of you. Secondly, I'm greeting the distinguished guests, ladies, gentlemen, teachers, and my fellow pupils. Good morning. My name is Abdullah Hassan Abdullahi from Al-Mumtaz Integrated Academy. And I'm from Al-Mumtaz Integrated Academy. Actually, it's a great honor and a privilege to say something about this ceremony. And this ceremony is all about constructing library. Actually, I am here to give out full appreciation to the Refugee Strong organization. Strong organization for provision of an important facility to our proximity. The facility will be helpful to us, and we have been disadvantaged as a refugee learners. Finally, God has touched our loving hearts to provide library to us. Thanks to the Refugee Strong organization through Omar, may God Almighty shower you with blessing and provide abundantly so that you will help us. I close my speech to thank also my beloved school directors, Master Raila and Malim Mohammed. May God bless you. Thanks.
سوف نبقى هنا كي يزول الألم سوف نحيا هنا سوف يحل النغم من سوى مالنتان وتسوي بدن قلبي قيلو ييو أنكو تامين بدن فرحة بندري ميا فرحة زايدو درن حفلة سجيني حفلة قالي وفن وحل جيبونيا جوي قالي وعن قلد به أمبا من تبوح ذا سجن ما يلزب ما يفتين بميسا قلبي جيشدا هكذا لنو دبال دك دبشي ذا قربان نتم هكا سومن هكا لحن تنم بابر كلان دات كميشا صوتوبان أنتم خير الأمم من تواما نتان وتسوين بدن قلبي قيلو ييو أنكو تامين بدن وحدة حند ذا ليو أود القادني ررن ورددي كعقنيو كهل يلنمل ددن وحدة حن كسمنيو كدقاقني قل قلن وحدة حن درتدو سحد ملها وصلو بان قوشا وحنو هرسيد الله داسي وقلن inta geesu baynayeen gurtigaynu may dhalan akhligaynu waa madhan gaabigaynu waa xidhan ma haddaysi maanaya caalimkayga mid dhaqan maanta waa maalintan uu tasuwin badan qalbigay lawyayo aan ku taamayn badan laawadayda waalid baa ii horseeda guushatan maa hilmaama hooyaday hooya qaaliyo wacan alla weynaa iga beeray anigoo aanan jirin iyadaa isoo xambaarto ii dadaashay in badan naxariistii jannadii baa lugeeda hoos degan aabbahay udgoonkii reerku aabba qaaliyo wacan taalad alla midlamidna waaligayba man helin si kastoon idin ammaano maa xuquuqdiinan gudan maanta waa maalintan uu tasuwin badan qalbigay lawyayo aan ku taamayn badan uu wixii dalkayga hooyo iiga qaada way dhisan idinkaa u soo jihaaday uu dadaalay maalintan hanka waa waxaad weyno lagu soo dhisaa qaran xaq miyaa inuu dalkeena maanta daashaday muran raajadii dalkayga hooyo iiga qaada mugdigan cilmigu ilaahna siiye iyo jahli maasiman hanka waa waxaad weyno lagu soo dhisaa qaran meel saraan u hiigsanayno ballantaynu waa calan maanta waa maalintan kay yazuula alalam qalbigayga hooyayo sawfa yaxlu naqam.
All protocol observed, officers from different sector. I think now we are over with the entertainment part. I would just like to invite the chairperson of the private schools, Mr. Abdullah, to take over so that he can proceed with the remaining part of this program. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And because of time, to tarakisha inshallah, I just wanted to call the youth chairman, Mr. Ali Garad, for only 2 minutes.
Thank you very much. Because of the order I was given, I will follow the 2 minutes that the chairman has given me. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want to appreciate all the learners in front of us who have participated and show us different kind of poems. This shows me that the students are in a learning mood. Continue to the parents, to the management, the chief, the DEO and his team, the Refugee Strong, led by Omar, and I also want to recognize Madam Anne. Anne Wanjuku is one of my former workmates in Windle organization in Dhagxly Secondary School. Now I have found her here surprisingly, all the way from Nairobi. She's still supporting the youth in education, and she has been working in Dhagxly camp. Karibu sana tena Anne, you're not a stranger in Dhagxly. I represent the youth of Dhagxly both in school and out of school. We normally call GNZ these days. We are very proud to have the library that was constructed in IBNU Abass, and I will make sure that the youth will go to school because the learning resources are available now in IBNU Abass Center. Thank you, Mr. Omar. You have supported the youth in the refugees. You have distributed many in 2022. You have conducted a sports tournament, and we are glad of your achievement, you and your team. And thank you very much. Mr. Chairman, I still want to say a word. I want to put you down in your hand. For this day, it's a very important day. Most of our time, we have been dreaming for this library. and today it is there. I want to send a message to the parents, waalidiinta. Waxaan rabaa inay ka faa'iidaystaan carruurta library-gan. Library-gan waxaa loo dhisay dhagaxley oo idil inay ka faa'iidaysato. Maadaama uu ku dhex yaalo Ibn Abbas managementiga ay hayaan, waxaa la rabaa ardaygaada ama wiilkaada guriga ku joogo buugtii way taalaa library-ga. Waxaan rabnaa marka inaad garab ku siisid ciyaalka sidii ay ku akhrisan lahaayeen. Cunuga yuu dhihin buug ma haysti. Waxaa dhahaysaa buugga aad library ku yaalo Ibn Abbas. Book kastoo way keeneen Refugee Strong. Thank you very much. I don't want to speak more. Asante sana kwa your speech.
Hi, thank Mr. Ali Garat. And I just wanted to recognize with the presence of the chief, the other side, Darfur. Karibu.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I thanks all of you because of the time. I also wanted to say those people to appreciate Refugee Strong, the things that they have brought for us. Dhagxly had already library before this one, and it has been collapsed. Maybe it has disappeared because of the any material. Let you just continue cooperating with this one and make monitoring time and time. So the others, I also said to the parents, we also cooperate and also make use of these things that have been already built. Let us make use of these things, and let us also, our students or all our kids, let them brought here in order to benefit this kind of items that we have. waalidiinta waxaan leeyahay insha Allah ta'ala youth kabrihan dambe mobiladii waxaan dhibaya sida daraadeeda akhriska aan ku dadaalno meeshan aan la imaan aan ka faa'iideysano si aan labada dhinacba aan gacmaha isqabsano marka warkayga inta ku dhan yahay assalamu alaykum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
I wanted to call my brother the chief Bulanyanya, Mr. Hassan.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm the chief host, the host chief. I can take 5 minutes, not even 3. Assalamu alaikum once again. Let me take this opportunity to welcome each and everybody who has participated in this wonderful occasion. First wonderful presentation from the students in front of us today. Thank you very much. Also, I wanted to greet Education Fraternity led by the DEO, parents and teachers. Welcome all of you. With that, I would like to appreciate the Almighty Allah who has given us this opportunity, all of us, to meet here today. I want also to appreciate the Refugee Strong, led by Mr. Umar, who brings service closer to the community, especially the youth. Thank you, Mr. Umar, for giving that service to our children, to our youth, who are most of them jobless, maneuvering around, and have time to read the books in the library. I want to urge the parents who are here today. Most of the parents are not aware of their children where they are. Is that true? After talking English, I would like to talk in Somali. Master, you'll allow for me some, because I wanted to talk directly to the parents a bit. Master Umar, thank you very much. You bring something good to the library. Library is something that is needed in the schools. The other one is it goes to the parents, because you are children, you are not aware where they are. Most of them, they are doing outside unnecessary things which is not allowed. They are at the night time, they are the streets. Some of them are drug dealers. They are doing a lot of evil things. Kindly, I would like to request from the parents that you should know where your child is. With that few remarks, I wanted to state the few I have said into Somali. Assalamu alaikum. waxaan rabaa inaan la hadlo waalidiinta ilmaha dhaleen ardayda idinka aad dhasheen markay wax baranayaan kii wax baranayo oo si wanaagsan wax u baranayo wanaagsan laakiin kuwa markay iskuulka bogaan intay aadaan waxaad maqlaysaa waalid ooynayo cunugiisii uu tahriib aaday marka horeba kama warqabin meeshuu jiro laakiin markii aad maqasho cunugaadii baad la haystaa soo dhibaato xun ma waxaan rabaa idin ka codsanayaa haddaa waalid tihiin mas-uuliyaddiina inaad garataan sababta cunugaadaa dhashay waa inaa ogaataa qofku saaxiibka leeyahay waxaa ii imaaday waalid hataa aan garanaynin cunuga asaga u dhalay cunug qofku saaxiibka leeyahay soo arrin xun ma because dawr raadini hataa ma garanaysi kar ula socdo ma cunug wanaagsan ba ma cunug xun ba ma garanaysi marka waxaan rabaa inaan idiin sheego inaa fursaddan maanta waalidiinta meesha joogaan aan kaga faa'iidaysto ilmaha muqaadaraadka duurka la galan idinka dhasheen ilmaha meelaha suxun maartay mobilada iyo maartay meel xun oo la fadhiyaan idinka dhasheen mas'uuliyadiina qaata macallimiintana aad iyo aad baan ugu mahadcelinayaa dadkii soo agaasimeen xafladan quruxda badan sida sharafta badan loo soo agaasimay isku keenay intan wadada waad mahadsantihiin without few remarks thank you very much.
Now I wanted to call the head teacher Imam Shafi to represent dhagxly team. Head teacher Imam Shafi, please come and represent the dhagxly team.
All protocols observed through the Ministry of Education stakeholders present, internal security present, all administrative offices, parents, my fellow managers. Good morning. It's a great opportunity that I want to take this opportunity to first congratulate the Refugee Strong via Omar, their chairman, for this great and a peculiar thing that you thought of. In fact, library is one of the most important assets when it comes to education. So my fellow managers, that is the school stakeholders, parents, I request you to take this advantage. And the learners, take this opportunity to reciprocate what Omar has done. Do it in the future for the betterment of the camp at large and the country at large. May God bless you.
I just wanted to call Mr. Ahmed Osman to represent IFO team. Ahmed Osman.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And I think I'll not take much time because many things have been said. It's said that many words cannot fill a basket. The most important thing is to appreciate the organizers of this ceremony. And I have to also take this opportunity on behalf of IFO private schools to thank Omar and his team, the Refugee Strong, for bringing a very important asset to the refugee. This is a very important thing, and I'm sure if we have not worked hard to teach Omar will not have been done this. So now Omar is now is transferring the information we have given to others. He knows that these people are in need, they are in need of education. Thank you very much, Omar, and your team, IBNU Abass, and our Apple chairman. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you. May God bless us all.
Now I just wanted to give this chance to our able OCS na dakika ni mbili kama kawaida.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Before anything else, let me first apologize for being late. Initially I was here, but I went to solve another critical case. Ba iga qaateen. Waxaan mar hore waan imaaday laakiin waxaad xasuustiin keesaskiina dhibkooda ay qabaan markii waan noqday waan soo xalinay case. So thank you very much. So the next thing, let me take this opportunity to thank Almighty Allah who has made this gathering very possible. Because without God, we are nothing. Second thing, let me also thank, I understand Umar is a major contributing factor. Let me also thank this Refugee Strong. I think we all understand that educations plays a very critical part, be it individual or a social life. Without education, I think we are nothing. Remember the earlier days during the Sahabas, when the whole Sahaba burying his lady, that contributed lack of education. So parent and student, please let everybody play his role. I think when you want to cook, you have to use 3 stones. Without that 3 stones, I think you cannot cook it. And that one also translates to when it comes to education. And it should be 3 pillars. One should be parent, another one should be teacher, and the other one is student. Without one of them, then I think nothing is possible. So, parent from dhagxly and the student, please, we have time, we have resources. Let us now stand up and study. Let's make sure that all resources we are given, we use it properly. I think let me pass also the other message to Somali. What is Maklaina? What has on Olamakin? Lai Barregla Ken, so Buktul Olamakin. Parents, please, and istamal arinta ida wa arin muhime, madam intanola Kenny. Remember, the other parts of Kenya, Mel and Jidna, Kalapka ida, when I just Bukti had an Ola Kenny, Makmanagal Rabina, Haksem Soma. Please, and Wahabarana. Parents, welcome organizing parent. Welcome organizing. This thing is very bad thing. If you use it in a bad way, it is very bad. And if you use it in a right way, it is also good. In a situation that you are buying a cell phone, to your student, and you expect him to learn, then automatically it can't happen. What do you say? Ilmaha telephone ko logadi. Bahalka ma waxun ya zaid waxun. So avoid ha u gadin ilmaha illa ay ka akhrina iskuulka dhamaynayn. Ha u gadin telephone. Telephone hada cunugaad u gadid automatically waa meeshida waxa oo ka imaada malaha. Malle maqlaha message kida min gaari. haddaanad ogtahay inaad u gadi, then automatically waxba ka filin. Maxay wixii inta buugtiha la keenay, buugtaha akhristeena, waxa barteena, alafu kuna there's some people who have that mindset of leakage. Please, it will destroy us. Nolosheen inaan ku ciyaarno ma rabnaa. Marka arrinta iide hal gacan hal isqabsada aan hore u wadna arrinta iide. Maxay cunugaada hadduu akhrista the only person who is rich is somebody who is educated. Suppose we shift today from Kenya to other place, God forbid. The only person who can survive is somebody who is educated. You shift with your education, but not with your property. Sinukweli, so run maha. Warinka tajir kuwanin akhristi magla. Marka ilmaha waxa la bara. Waxa sidii barteena, wixii barteen alafu zaid u saacadeyni. Because of time, I don't want to take any more time. Thank you very much.
Assalamu alaikum, all protocol observed. To say the truth, let's thank at first Strong Refugee, because they have given us the library. I think we understand. To Strong Refugee, what I am giving an advice is make sure that you look into how we can sustain this library, because I was hearing of another library that have collapsed. The other thing is kwa wazazi ama hanala walidinta. Library muhimu way. Mobile kan ilma ugadaysi kana ka muhiimsan. Waxaan malaad ilmaan hada fiirisay waxaan iPhone wadin wayirihiin. Inta laga iPhone waa garanaysid. Hadii isku keenna maanta library saddex ay meesha ku dhisileen.
So my name is Omar Mohammed. I'm here to introduce the rest of my colleagues. I am the founder and the director of Refugee Strong. So the first person to the right, her name is Sarah. She's our, you can stand up so they see you. That is Sarah from Nairobi. She's our CFO. Next is Anne. She's our operational manager. She oversees all the operations that we do in Kenya. And then the last is Elizabeth. She's our attorney advocate. So anything we need in terms of legally or all that stuff, we are well equipped. She is our attorney. And we have also a lot of wonderful volunteers that work on the ground. So this guy with the camera, his name is Abdul Ghaffar. That guy is Abdul Nasir, Mr. Abukar from dhagxly. The other guy behind him. We also have a lot of teachers like Ali Gedi, Muhammad, Sharif, all Dawood. Those all wonderful people that work with us. So thank you very much. I will come back for my minutes, right?
Sawa, thank you very much. Mr. Malele, karibu sana.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Mudayal Marwayin, Arad Qadir Ban Qadana Mahal al Badni. I'll talk in English and then in Somali later. The first and foremost of all, I thank everybody who has come to this gathering, who has acknowledged to come to this place, to acknowledge and to present, to see what is happening. Number two, I thank very much those who have the initiative, those who had the initiative, Refugee Strong, who gave us a library. Do you know what a library means? I wish people could know the meaning of a library. That Omar, not everybody can give you. You know, somebody can give you money and it will finish. Somebody can give you anything else or a reward, it will get finished. But whoever gives you knowledge, that person has given you the all richness in the world. For example, all of us are from Somalia. When Somalia collapsed, who are those who succeeded? Those who had the knowledge. Those who came from Lavola University and others succeeded and got jobs and went outside immediately, and the children are learned today. But those of us who were rich, who are scratching themselves from far, and behind there, their all wealth was stolen. They came back as beggars to Kenya, and they started from the scratch. Do you want us to behave like that? Do you want us to behave like that? You are seeing how Gen Zs are trying to even to collapse the government of Kenya. If tomorrow our offices are collapsed, then where shall we go to? If you have the knowledge, you will survive. If you don't have the knowledge, then it is too unfortunate for you. Therefore, for time and tides, wait for no man. For even a king, it is with now and with Omar and his team that we make use of that library. Imagine, do you know how many pharmacists, how many medicine clinics and pharmacists that are handled by quack officers within our area? And do you know the reason why? Who has ever asked himself, why do you have a lot of clinics? Why do you have a lot of pharmacists? Why do you have quack officers in medics and like that? Why? It is simply because of lack of knowledge. If you could read the books, we could get the right drugs. We could be able to look for what is good for us. We could have known for what is the best medicine for us. But since we don't know, we are not educated, our boys, we buy them iPhone, like the way our OCS said. We buy them iPads. They sit behind the fence. They go and steal the internet of other communities, seated behind they squat behind the houses of people all the night up to late hours to make sure they Google and they search into pornographic films, not learning any important thing. I am telling you, yesterday I was in a school, it's called Horset in Ifo. I visited yesterday. They told me this fence was burnt by the boys who were using the school internet. They were, they were using that internet the whole night, and the following day they fenced the whole part. When they fenced the whole part, in turn, those boys, these Jokoras, burned the school fence, so that they can access where? The school ICT internet area. You see? That is the reason why we are the parents who are killing our own generation. Parents, teachers, we are the ones who are killing our own generation. We are killing them in the terms of our hands. We are telling them to do what? A, B, C, D. I know some of you are trying to use buying their mobile phones for their children in order to cheat the exams. Nothing more than that. In order to look in the pornographic films like that. Imagine if you are a parent who is concerned of your child, then you will not buy a phone for him or her. Promise him after college, or the child goes to college, you promise. Like my firstborn daughter, I told her, I'll buy you iPad when you go to the university. She has succeeded to go to the university, and I had to cough 30,000 to make sure that I buy her an iPad. You know, she was aiming to make sure she gets that. The others, I tell them, okay, fine, you want, yes, aim high. You make sure you achieve that. That's your goal. If you tell the child like that, he or she will work hard to make sure they do something. Hawataki, hata wale chokorawa, those who are using knives at night, they don't take over the mulikamwizi. That small mobile phones, they don't snatch from you, but they take what? The big mobile phones. So please, make sure mobile phone is a bad thing. Let us stop buying that for our children. Number 2, education is very important. Please and please, let us sustain. We came from a famine and drought last time. Those of us who are rich with a lot of camels, cows, goats have all perished. What remained? Those with the knowledge only could able to sustain their capital income. You see how many are in whatever. In Garissa, all the farms were washed away by floods. Those of us who are rich with the big farms have been washed away by floods until they told us, Magan Allah. Do you know what Magan Allah means? Somebody was rich yesterday, today he's telling you Magan Allah. But if you invest on education, you will succeed. You will succeed. I talking in front of you, I saw when I was a teacher, a mother who has used her son to bring, who knows what call is? Call magaranaysin. Warqo xer call da magaranaysin. Islaan waxaa jirtay wiilkeeda qool soo gelin jirtay oo ii keeni jirtay iskuulkii ku jirtay. Macallin qaraac galaaska ha gale. Macallin qaraac galaaska ha gale. Right? There's another mother who used to bring her child, who used to go into the madenge and brings to me. Now, her boy succeeded and is my personal doctor now. He's my personal doctor now. Right now, I was even writing him a message, telling him, what do I do next step before going to drugs? And he was advising me, please, knowledge is very important. The thing your child can inherit from you is wealthy. Walalyalo, mudayal in Marwayin, waxaan idinka codsanayaa waqtiga gaabsi baa leeyahay haday waqti lagu ma qabanay baa leeyay hadan waa la isbedelay hadda waxaan idin leeyahay cilmigu waa fursad weyn ilmiina shay kale oo dhaxalinkiga helayeen waa cilmi ugu dadaala dhalinyartan hadda wax baranaysa mobile-ka ka daaya qasha barina ilmahan ha sameynina macallin ayaa wiilkiisa islaantiisa iyo hooyadiis istaan egowgay wiilkiisa hooyadiis iyo islaantiisa iyo istaalgay istaalgay wuxuu u tagay ninka dhakhtarka oo meesha jooga istaalka u weynay iyo u tagay waa wiil wasa wax soo baray wiilkaydi warii wax ma ii bartaa ma sha Allah war maamada iyo daaway bal islaantayda. Immediately his mother was pronounced dead. Immediately after some few minutes and a fire drug was given to the mother, his mother was prescribed dead. Right? hooyadiis wax yar markii la joogay oo daaweyn uu siiyay maamada way dhimatay wuxuu yiri magaran macalinka markii la weydiiyay macalin hooyada way dhimatay wuxuu yiri hooyaday hadda maan dilin hooyaday waxaan dili 15 sano soo dhaafnay maxaa u dili qash baan sii cunugan qash buu ku baasay haddaan qash siin lahayn cunugan hooyaday ma dileen laakiin ana hooyaday dili 15 sano soo dhaafnay oo cunugan qash ku baasay كويفة والدينتا مودريان إمروين وحنيجيتيا قش فايدة مالها علمي والدواء وهو شيء فرصة عمر إنك ما تاجر سنة تاجرين بدن بانقول حجران ولصبحي لا يبرك بوبوجو عن كنا وبلا توفيق.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. عربنا هنا قلنا
library naloo dhisay inoo dhiseen adaab Refugee Strong waxaana noo furi our sub-county director Mr. Hassan maqaskii meeshaas ku saaran yahay so bismillaahi baan loo hormariyaa
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. في عنتهين سيتهين ما شاء الله الحمد لله. I'm so grateful to be here today. Thank you all for the welcoming. It is my first time in dhagxly. I'm so happy. Thank you. My message goes to the parents and students. So just want to tell you, students, make good use of the library. Now you have no excuse that you don't have library, you don't have enough books. Books are there, library is there, so make good use of it. And more are coming. Thank you all. Walidin setihin, fiicantihin. Ilmahan idinka gacanta ku haysiin. Marka library-ga si fiican loo isticmaalo. Refugee Strong kaliya ku daynina. Idinkana waa fiirin kartiin, waa tagi kartiin, wixii ka maqan waa gain kartiin. In fact hata kitaabo quraanka waa la keenaa. Ma ahan bugtahan kale. So si fiican loo isticmaalo, hala ilaaliyo. Midkan hadda ifo midal had ka hore laga furay. So every 3 months maxaa loo baahan yahay in dayactir lagu sameeyo. Qasab ma ahan dayactir in lagu sameeyo. Maxaa haddii si fiican loo ilaaliyo, la kilingareeyo, dayactir uma baahno. Maybe 10 years to come. Marka aad u mahadsantihiin, khayr Allah nisiyo.
Chief guests, parents, teachers, all protocol observed. Good afternoon. Today, we stamp the dream that education is an ocean of knowledge, and that education is the most powerful weapon to unlock golden doors in the world. I'm very happy because we've launched the library. To all the learners, always know that you have people outside here who believe in you. As Refugee Strong, we affirm that to you. We believe in you, also believe in yourself. Thank you.
All protocols observed. Good afternoon. My name is Elizeba Chepleting. I am an advocate of the High Court of Kenya, and I serve the Refugee Strong community as an attorney who ensures that the organization is compliant with all the laws and regulations of this country. I am happy to be here today. It's my first time actually in the whole northeastern region. It is my first time here, and I am happy to be here to do the most wonderful thing, to open a library and to advance the right to education to every child in this country, regardless of where you are, who you are, the situation. I want to speak mostly to the girls here. Please make this education count. Don't end it at the marriage level. Marriage is more beautiful when the girl child is educated. Because when we empower the family, the mother in the family empowers everyone and empowers the whole community. Parents, let's support especially the girls in this community. We want to come next time to open a hospital by doctors who are students here, and the lawyers and the engineers, those we see here today. Please make it count. Don't end it at this level. Because you have been given the opportunity. Education is an equalizer, but it cannot be an equalizer without resources. And today we have equalized by giving you an opportunity to read. Because the race is not for the swift or wealth to the wise, but time and chance happen to them all. You have that time today. Thank you.
I just want to welcome our Sub-County Director, Mr. Hassan. I request the learners to clap for our Sub-County Director. Please clap for Mr. Hassan. Mr. Hassan, karibu.
Assalamu alaikum. All protocols observed. Assalamu alaikum once again. Assalamu alaikum. I think much has been said. I don't want to repeat what has already been discussed because it's going to dilute everything. I want to take this opportunity to thank Refugee Strong for this very important project in Dhagxly. Library, you all know and we all know its importance. For those of us who have gone to school those days without a library, and the library is located in a district headquarters, you all know what we used to do. Now it is even very close to all of us. I can go there myself to study, to read, to do my own things. The children of IBNU Abass are the first beneficiaries before we come to the huge Dhagxly complex. As in MOE, we know what it means to have a library in an institution. It is an infrastructure that we ask each and every institution to have. It's one of the very, very important components that we look for when we go to these schools. This week, we have been in this LWF and middle class schools, and these are the areas that we were looking at. Many people have talked about the current generation. The current generation and internet are intertwined. You can't separate them. We cannot separate the current generation and internet. The work for us is to control our generation on how they are going to use the internet. If you say you are going to stop your child from accessing internet, then you are behind schedule. It is time to embrace ICT. Some people were saying there are children who scrape into a school compound to access internet. If somebody can scrape into a school compound or a learning institution because of internet, what is the problem of us providing internet to them and our control measures? Is there any problem with that? We provide internet and our control measures. So that library which is there is full of books. Very nice books. But why is it that our children are not going for the books? Why? Have you asked yourself, why are these children not, that culture of reading is gone? Why? We have to study that. We have to research on that and find out why our learners, our students, when us used to travel kilometers to go to a library, today, for them, they even run away from institutions with very many books. They run away. They don't want books. So therefore, I will request our Refugee Strong. Just a request, you know, there are so many interventions in education, and today ICT is one of the very important components in education. Going forward, not only them, other well-wishers to try and digitalize our library. I have seen one in Ifo. I have seen one, I think it's still by Refugee Strong. I don't want our library to go like other libraries as mentioned. Mr. Abdullahi, I don't want this library to be like any other library. I want it to be outstanding as it is today, forever. As in MOE, we will make sure the schedules of this school, the programs, the timetable are such fitted that it allows this library functions. We will strategize from IBN Abass to other schools to the communities. If you used to break, maybe by 3:30, we will have like 40 minutes in our timetables, so that when I come to IBN Abass, my first area of observation is the functionality of this library. If we have weekends for us, we must have a straightforward strategy, routine for this library. I think the management of IBN Abass must be ready to give us time, enough time, to make sure that our learners benefit. I want to repeat this issue of ICT. It is really very paramount. We cannot do without it. We can't demonize ICT. Today, when we go and observe a teacher in the class, we see how that teacher integrates ICT in the teaching learning process. That is the direction to go. That is the direction to go. We can't stop it. You can't demonize, but we must have measures, strategies on how these learners will go about this ICT thing. Parents have neglected their roles. That is automatic, everybody knows. They have left the role of nurturing children to the Duksi sheikhs, to the madrasa sheikhs, to the teachers and the other world. If that is how to go, then you will find them in the wee hours of the night in wrong places. Probably they are not the problem. It is us, the parent, who are the problem. Come on, parents. Come, we nurture our children. Let us be responsible parents. We know what is going on in our villages, at our homes. Everybody is aware what is going on. We have left our children on their own. Let's come to these children. They have talked themselves about themselves. Just here, the poems about the generations, they have talked. If today you go and tell them, keep off internet, keep off mobile, there will be problems at that home. I'm telling you, you will have problems with them. So therefore, the buck still stops at us on how we can go about this internet thing, how we can go about this mobile thing, right? So that our children can grow responsible adults. Otherwise, if we demonize everything around there, we won't be doing anything. With those few remarks, I say thank you so much.
Assalamu alaikum. Ladies and gentlemen, greetings to all of you. I think a lot has been said, and I'm very, very honored and privileged to join all of you here today. I'm just one of former refugee who grew up in Ifo refugee camp, specifically A2, who went to Ifo. My first school was called Elodi Primary School that was changed to Abdul Aziz Primary School in Ifo. I went to Midnimo Primary School in Ifo, and I went to Ifo Secondary School, which was the only secondary school in the camp that time. My time, there was only one secondary school in each camp. There wasn't 2, 3, 4, 5 secondary schools. So I went to Ifo Secondary School in Ifo. And the students, the thing I will tell you is my time, when you sit for KCSE, there was no something called leakage or nothing. You sit, you do your paper, you go home, nothing. And also the space was very competitive. For example, in 8th grade, class 8, you sit for KCBE. We were, my time, 850 students in class 8 that sit for KCBE. Do you know how many only get the opportunity to go to secondary school? Only 150 students were allowed to go to secondary school. The rest will end up in the streets. That is the struggle this camp faced long time ago, because there was only one secondary school my time. And I said we were 850 students, but they only had a space for 150 students only. 800 minus 150, 650 students. They want to go to school, but there's no school to go to. So now there's schools every corner, every village, there's a school. Lakin waxbarashadii qiimaha besh. You'll see a student who finishes Form 4 and he can't even write one letter. He can't write. If you tell him, hey, submit your application, he has to go to someone else, help him fill. That's a shame. And that is the disadvantage, and the problem brings providing for them leakage. That's the disadvantage. If you are participating, giving them hash or leakage or whatever you call it, you are part of the problem, not part of the solution. Because not only you are failing the students, you are failing the whole community. If the student passes with help, and then when he goes outside the camp, he can't represent, what do we provide? Nothing. I would rather get D than get a fake A. I'll be proud if I get D with my own knowledge, with my everything myself. Yes, I'll be happy, but not if I get a fake A. So for those who don't know me, I want to introduce myself. I left Dadaab refugee camp in 2008 after I finished my KCB in Ifo Secondary School. I went to a place called Arizona in the US. I went to University of Arizona, located in Tucson, Arizona. I want you to take away one thing from there. Imagine a student who finished a school in a refugee camp was able to go university straight. That is how the value of the education was at that time. You don't go around, you just apply, you do the test, you go straight to university. But now those who are coming, we see them when they come, they can't do that. So we can tell there's still some shortcuts. So after finishing my education for 4 years in University of Arizona, I want to move to another state called Pennsylvania, very near to Washington, D.C., where I studied my master's degree at the University of Millersville in Lancaster. After that, I started working what you guys called Resettlement Support Center, or CWS, in the US for 6 years as a case manager, where I interview after people come to the refugee camp and make sure they get all the proper documents that the government of the US requires. And then our wonderful President Trump came to power. He said, nobody comes from Somalia, 11 countries. He makes something called travel ban. And that is the main reason why I found Refugee Strong. Before I was busy to welcome new refugees, do all these interviews. Then when President Trump came, he said nobody can come from 11 countries, including Somalia and Yemen, all these 11 countries, he banned them, no one can come. So I bring up with the idea, if the refugees cannot come, we can go to them and take the support to wherever they are. That is how the main idea of Refugee Strong came to mind. So as one gentleman said, why did we choose education? Because we choose education. For those refugees in the refugee camps, you only have 3 options, nothing else. To go back to your home country, to stay in this wonderful country, Kenya, in this refugee camp, or to get an opportunity abroad. There's only one thing that goes with you wherever you go, wherever you end up, and that is your education. If you go back to your home country, your education will go with you. If you stay in this refugee camp and get a better education, your education is going to help you by helping you get jobs with government, NGOs, all that stuff. If you go to abroad, get the opportunity to get a resettlement, your education is going to help you. And I will show you one bright moment from Dadaab. Dadaab is very known. Whenever resettlement refugees came from, and we welcome them to the US, they are the only people that we don't look for an interpreter. Because when we go pick them up from the airport, help them apply paperwork, if the family is coming from Dadaab, they will at least have one person who speaks English. That is something you all should be proud of. And that is one good thing, because we have seen refugees coming from Nepal, Pakistan, Congo, Rwanda. They don't speak English. You have to hire an interpreter to help you feel all. But if the family is coming from Dadaab, even the Mzungus will celebrate. They will say, we don't need an interpreter. Someone speaks English from that family. So that is the main reason we choose to help you, to provide support to the refugee children through education. We can start something called feeding program where we give you food. But can you feed a human being for the rest of their life? No. If someone provides you food every day, it's not helping you. Because you want to become self-sufficient, independent, provide your own food, work for yourself and provide for yourself and for your family. Finally, this is the beginning of money. Last year when I talked, 2-3 years ago when I spoke at the other library, I said we will open another library in dhagxly. And here we are. And I will say again, we will open another library in Hagardera, and we will open another library in dhagxly. And my dream and my ambition is to have even a college in the Dadaab area where students, after they finish, because the big challenge now we have is we can tell students a lot of good things, go to school, but they finish Form 4. What is the plan for them? Nothing. So we have to be ahead of the game and say, what can we do for them? And I really agree with the education officer that technology is very important, very, very important at all aspects. We have to make sure, because the most struggle I faced when I went to college was, that was the first time I have to type. That was the first time I have to do a research on computer. And I'm competing with thousands of white students who started typing when they were in first grade or nursery. So you can see the challenges those students face when they go abroad. So Refugee Strong, our mission is very simple. I am the author of this book. If you don't know, I wrote this book. It's called When Stars Are Scattered. For those of you who don't know, this book became #1 out of all the US. Best book published in 2023. The best book. You can imagine the US with 50 states. US is bigger than the whole Africa sometimes because it's 50 states. They recognized this book to be the best book that was published in 2023. You can Google it up and you can read about it. It's all about me growing up in a refugee camp, my daily routine, going to school. All this stuff is in the book in English. This book is also translated into 11 other languages, including Japanese, Chinese, Portuguese, Italian, Spanish, Norwegian. I was there in Norway last year. So they published 11 other languages. So the reason I wrote this book is to be a voice for all these children who are now a student. Because my story is your story. Because when they read this book, they are not reading about me. They are reading about each and every student who lives in this refugee camp, who is a student in these refugee camps. Because if we don't speak for ourselves, someone else will speak for you. The biggest challenge that I face when I travel around the US, now because this book is popular, so that means I get to travel every week. I visit 2 to 3 schools within the US or universities within the US. And I just share about the Dadaab, life in the refugee camps, how the students, my time there was no light. So there's a lot of improvement, but I want you guys to know what's making all this improvement. It is you, the community, and also those who get resettlement opportunities, who are helping their fellow refugees who are still in the refugee camp. Finally, we also have to be grateful to the host community. Very important to the host community. Very important to the Kenyan government. Very important, because it's not easy, to open the doors for some people that you don't know who they are, what trouble they are going to bring to your community, to open the doors for them and have them study in your town and become. How many years do we live here? 30 plus years. So we always have to be grateful to the people of this county, to the people of this sub-county, and to the people of this country at large. We have to be very, 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 very grateful. And I always tell, when I'm talking about other countries, when I'm advocating for those refugees around the world, as Mr. Abdullah said, the library not only will be opening at daytime, it will also be opening half of nighttime, because there's a solar light, so students can study late in the evening until 8, 9, 10 p.m. for those students. So finally, I want to thank my team, Refugee Strong. I also want to thank, I was really, really impressed by the performance of these students today. Very, very impressed, and also the organization of this gathering. It was really well managed. So as you can see from, you want to step aside? As you can see from here, our effort, we are going to add not only building libraries, but we said ministerial cuts for kids for high school girls. We also want to have accommodation for students with disabilities, maybe providing for them a school bus where they can go to school forth and back in the near future. And then girls' education, someone already mentioned, and college for scholarships. That is some of our priorities. So I will conclude with my speech. Please and please, dear students, work hard. Af Somali idin maxay jirtaa? Af Somali ina dhiman Okay, af Somali muku hadlaa mise? Yani sujuumi Somali caadi ah dhalay. Marka waxaan rabaa inaan waalidiinta, macallimiinta iyo marti sharafta kulliba aan halkan ka salaamo salaanta islaamka. Assalaamu calaykum waraxmatullaahi wabarakaatuh. Salaan kadib waxaan rabaa mahad gaar ah inaan u gudbiyo waalidiinta. Waxa aad ku dadaaleysaan waa caruurtiina. Waxaan leeyahay ku dadaala. Anigu hooyaday waxay ahaan jirtay maamo umaliso. Xaafadda eetu haweenka ka umaliso waa laga garanayaa. Waxa aynu soo korisiina waa un haweenkaas ay ka umaliso iyo shilmaadka loo xir maxaa la jiray faraq loo soo xir markay islaamta ka soo umulisiyo waxaas uma buwaagti iyo uniformki wixii loo baahnaa ay macnaha ay aan wax ku soo baranay ilmahana waxaan leeyahay cuqubada waa la umid waalidkaagu macnaha qarash ku galiyay buwaagti qalimaanti school uniformki school fee ku gaday lacag iyaga ay u baahnaayeen adiga ku dooray haddii hadda aad fail garayso kor cuquba adiga iska dhaafe waxaad dhashay saameen ilmaha la hadlay ardayda adiga iska dhaafe cuqubada kugu dhacday waxaad dhashay saameen maxaa yeelay maamo qaxooti joogto waxay haysatay aysan jirin shaqo aan haynin kaarka maanta UN raashinka si u fadhiso waxay ka keentaa waxay kugu gaday buug iyo qalin wixii aad ka faa'iideysan waysay oo macnaha bilaa macni ku bad ciyaar filan daawasho ad wixii dhanba ku dhameysay lacagtii iyo dhaqaalii wixii dhanba waa 12 sano adig kugu daaliis 12 sano kadib waxaad noqotay xamaal bawrta macna dajinay waxa u dhaantay adigoo xamaal u noqdo 12 sano soo shaqeeyay aydan iska nasato Soomaa walaalayaal waalidkiina ku dadaala cuqubada waxa wax ka xumalatan waalidka habaarka siisa ma ilaahu kan soo qooma waalidkaada oo waxaad ku faraxsanay aad sameeyay habaar ku filan macallimiintan maxaa waay waalidiintu waay dadkan xilka hayo maxaa waay waalidiintu waay su'aasha kale weydiinay ardayda waxa waay intaano qof maxay idin daba taagiin oo idin leeyahay warnimiyo wax barta maxaa idin leeyahay in aan wax isiisana may in ay wax isiisana may sababta idin daba taageen waxa waay inaad naftiina iyo dadkiina wax u noqotaan bis cid wax idin ka rabto male ana Axmed Usmaan waa kan macallinkayga hore iskuulka Cabdul Aziz dhigi jiray korma ugu dambeys ma waxa u qabto ma iska warqabnaba laakiin waxaan u hayaa abaalmarin macallimiintayda marka dhammaantiin waad mahadsantihiin waqtigan idinka qaateena ka raali ahaada. Assalaamu calaykum waraxmatullaahi wabarakaatuh.
فرحة باندري ميا فرحة زايدو درن حفلة سجيني حفلة غالية وفن.
Let us read, write, learn, and grow for ourselves. Together we are one. Together we are strong. Thank you.
Together we can make one association.
Together we can make this generation.
In walls of books, our dreams take flight.
No one used to be a refugee.